Welcome to Get Up on YouTube. I'm Joe Fortenbaugh here with Jeremy Fowler and Alan Hahn. Time for a little segment called Hope or Nope. And we're going to focus on one team and one team only, and that would be Alan Hahn's beloved New York Jets. As a Jets fan, hope or nope for this team next season?
Well, as Red said in Shawshank Redemption, hope is a dangerous thing. Hope will drive a man insane. So I'm going to say nope, because they don't have a quarterback. They're coming off an awful season, and there really isn't reason to believe it's going to get better until the roster gets better.
What's going on with their coaching situation right now, Jeremy?
Joe, they have revamped their entire coaching staff except for the head coach, Aaron Glenn. So he remains in his second year, but you're talking new offensive coordinator, Frank Reich, who, by the way, as we talked about, 1996 Jets, Reich and Aaron Glenn were together on
that
the
team was 1-15.
So they can get through that. They can get through anything. They're hoping to get more experience and some help on the offensive side of the ball. Reich will help. And new defensive coordinator. So Aaron Glenn, the pressure is on now because they've made a lot of changes. They got to try to get something done.
What's a reasonable expectation? You're obviously not going to go in saying, hey, maybe we get into the playoffs and we go on a run like New England did. But if you're trying to build this team, if Glenn's going to show you he's the guy and that this team has a future, that they actually have a direction, what does this season need to look like?
Well, it's funny because I do a radio show, Afternoon Drive, here in New York, Don Hahn and Rosenberg, and the fans are thinking that the best thing to do with a big quarterback draft coming up is to tank. And I'm laughing because I'm like, what are they doing now? Yeah. Like they're the experts at it, right? Being bad. So if that's the expectation is get as high a draft pick, they're picking 2 this year. Like, do you want to get 1 next year to hope that you can get a quarterback that, hey, Manning's, by the way, history has shown, the Mannings have said we're all set to the Jets before when Peyton could have come out that year that they were 1-15. And he's like, I'm not doing that. You think that could history repeat itself? No. Like, expectations have to be to show that you're a functioning franchise, that you are a team that actually can look competitive, even if you're not talented enough to win the majority of your games. Because for the most part last year, they were a mess, and it really wasn't as much lack of talent. It was a lot of questions about whether Aaron Glenn knew what he was doing. Well, he looked at his coaching staff and said, I need to get better teachers. I need to get more experience on the staff. That's what he did, so let's see if it looks different next season.
The Tampa Bay game comes to mind because it was like, oh, the Jets are going to find a way to pull this off.
Aaron Glenn was dancing and all that.
Yeah, that's the meme of the year.
Mayfield right down the field at the end of the game. Do the Jets have a plan for addressing the quarterback situation?
Well, they're going to look at a few different options. Certainly the draft, they picked 2nd and 16th overall. Alabama's Ty Simpson could be an option at that point, but it's not considered a strong class, so they can't get a slam dunk future signal caller there that you know is going to work out. So they're going to look at veteran options. They're going to have to. It's like the musical chairs game. They're probably going to have the last chair.
Oh, come on.
Whoever is
they
left.
They got money. They can give money. Like, that's the one thing the owner can do. He can spend. He's got money.
But they can't give
Malik
wins.
Willis is the only player available that at least gets me leaning forward in my chair.
Right.
That would get you excited.
Yeah, because there's a player that actually shows you there's something there to build off of, and it could be one of these Sam Darnold, I'm really sorry to say his name right now, but reclamation type project. Couldn't that be a main target for them?
If you're a Malik Willis who's a dual threat quarterback, you saw what happened with Justin Fields, who was a dual threat quarterback, you're probably not very enticed by that. You might as well go to Miami where you have some Green Bay Packers ties to that regime. So if you're Kyler Murray and you're trying to facilitate a trade from Arizona, you're probably not looking at the Jets. You're looking at more of the Vikings. So they're not a preferred destination, as we like to say. But look, they're going to find somebody. I'll throw Derek Carr out there. I
was just going to say, he's thinking about coming out of retirement.
He's strongly
that gets you excited?
He strongly considered the Jets 3 years ago when he was going to the Saints.
The Jets said, I'm all set to him because they went for Aaron Rodgers.
They were going for Aaron Rodgers, So they'll get somebody. There's going to be an option.
They'll get somebody.
Somebody will be back.
Now we have found it. You know, every team has a slogan for the season. It's the Jets. They'll get somebody.
They'll get somebody. Geno Smith is out there, too. You can bring him back. I mean, we're having all kinds of fun.
Maybe you are. Have you seen PSLs? You know how much it costs to get in a building?
I'll get you away from the quarterback position for a second. The running back position, Breece Hall. There was the thought that he might get traded at the deadline. Kansas City was interested, but they couldn't get something done. Are there going to be sour grapes there, you think, moving forward? Like, what's his future in New York look like?
Well, I think they fell in love with him, which you should, because, not only is he a really talented running back, but he's a high-quality human being. I mean, he's somebody that you want to have. Look, you can't trade away all those guys. They got rid of Quinnen Williams. They got rid of Sauce Gardner. You got to keep some of the picks you actually hit on. And he's one of them, and they really like him. They have a really good running back room. I mean, all joking aside about how bad they are as a franchise, their running back room's really good. Braylon Allen's really good. they could at least have a strength there, and he should be the centerpiece of it.
I'll give you some reason for optimism. When you look at the AFC East odds, Dolphins are in the cellar. They're 30-1 to win the AFC
Until they get
East.
Malik Willis, and then everything's going to change,
And then it'll flip.
isn't it?
Yeah, but for right now, the Jets are third.
Yeah.
That could be the new slogan. We're third.
We're third.
In the division.
We're not last.
Yeah. They can keep Breece Hall on the franchise of transition tag. You got Garrett Wilson. You have some good pieces on the offensive line.
Yes.
The secondary needs a ton of help, but on defense they have some pieces. Pass rush, like it's not totally void of talent. Like they can get by and try to squeeze out some.
And maybe they run an offense that fits even Justin Fields. Run an offense that fits him. Because asking him to be an accurate passer, it's the one thing that he's not good at, and that's what you were asking him to be last year, and it was an absolute mess. But to me, it does start with the coaching because they really look like a poorly coached team in a lot of situations last season.
It was shocking how much talent was on defense and how the head coach is on the defensive side of the ball, and the defense just could not get stops. Yep. 2 more questions for you. Question number 1, will they record an interception next season? Why is everyone laughing? That's a very legitimate question based on what we just watched.
I haven't thought about it since the season ended because it was something you thought about every week, and I have to laugh now because all I'm thinking about is week 1. Will they get one? Like just week 1. Can you know, Sam Darnold's career started with an interception as a Jet, right? The first play was an interception for him. So I imagine, could the defense on the first play get an interception? Just put that to bed? that will let you know that things have changed in New York, that they finally actually got an interception.
Well, what's going to happen is they're going to just drop 8 interceptions in the first couple weeks just to revel in the misery with the Jets fans. Like they're going to dig in here. So I'm going to say it's not going to happen.
You're close. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to get the interception. Everyone's going to erupt, and then he's going to fumble on the return, and it's going to go right back to the other side.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
We're bringing it back.
All right, last question. This is for both of you. Win prediction this year. If I said over under, let's go 4.5 wins, would you be willing to go over?
No.
You would not on 4.5?
No.
What do you think we?
You got to look at the entire league, right? Look at the entire league and look at the teams at the bottom this year, and you ask yourself, are those teams going to be worse than you or better than you, right? And the majority of them will be better. The only place that you're curious about is Cleveland. Because what's going on there? But at least Cleveland has a great all-time great defensive player that should be able to wreck some games. So you don't have anything like that. They right now, to me, power rank as the 32nd team in the league, and I'd put them at 33 if there was one more team I could think of. They honestly, I would leave 32 open and put the Jets at 33. They don't have enough talent to be anywhere near better than they were last year.
I'm going to go under, close, but I'm going to go 4 wins, just under that 4.5. They know what they are. This is a full-scale rebuild. They have set up multiple draft picks coming up. They got 5 first-round picks in the coming several years. They're going to be well-positioned to get some talent and eventually get that quarterback. This year won't be the year.
This is a big offseason for Darren Muji, the general manager. I agree with you there. But
he set it up nicely.
It is true. But, again, you say rebuild as if it's building again.
Right.
They have been perpetually – it's 15 years since they made the playoffs. Bart Scott said can't wait after beating the Patriots. We're still waiting.
Alan Hahn, Jeremy Fowler, a lot of offseason questions for the New York Jets.